Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So I'm back here in Geo territory battles, the separatist might, so that's the dark side in phase 4. Now about a year ago I did a playthrough through all the phases trying to clear as many missions as I can, and back then obviously a year ago I didn't have as many relic characters, I didn't have all the ships, so I'm back now after a year with more relics, more characters, more ships, hoping to be finally able here to full clear phase 4 for the first time ever. So let's just play through all the missions here and hope for the best. Now first 3 phases in territory battles, at least for somebody at my GP, are pretty straightforward. However, phase 4 here in dark side territory battle gets pretty much same level as maybe phase 1 even in the light side, where you know RNG can play a huge factor here. Are you able to full clear missions or not? Because some enemies that you do get are harder than the others, and you know, maybe one wrong move, one dodge, one miss, and the whole thing could be ruined. So definitely phase 4 is not as consistent full clear as the other 3 phases, but I still want to show you here that I was able to do it. But I'm warning you, it's getting really dicey in a couple of these missions. So definitely if RNG would go the other way, I would not be able to full clear. But anyway, let's get into it. As always, let's start with fleet. Funny enough here, in phase 4, fleets is the most straightforward thing. You only have one fleet mission, whereas the previous 2 phases you need to complete 2. So you can just throw your best fleet in here and complete it. Obviously now we do have Finalizer, I do have Malevolence, so both of these fleet commanders can easily beat here. Malevolence probably one is even easier. However, I enjoy more using Finalizer, so I just use Finalizer here, and that's what I'm showing you. So just use your first order fleet, throw a couple of Empire ships in there, and you should be good to go. But if you're using Malevolence, you know, Buzz Droids totally tear this team apart. So we got here versus Negotiator. Let's put Hunted over on Plow, and just get Plow out as quickly as we can, so he doesn't put taunt on somebody, heal up, and things like that. Probably one more hit here and he should be gone. There we go. So you can see first order, they really have a punch out of the gate. However, we did lose one ship there, so not the best start actually. Anyway, let's continue working on the other guys now. They're bringing in Clone Sergeant. Let's do an AoE, get some debuffs on the board. And as the first enforcement, let's bring in a tank. So this time I'm bringing in Imperial TIE Bomber. Let's go ahead, dispel Valor there, so we slow down the enemy Negotiator. Now without target lock, TIE Bomber will not taunt, so let's see if we can get a target lock there. No target lock. Okay, now the best ability from Finalizer, it's a basic, because you can call TIE Silencer to assist. Its AoE is really bad, and also the other attack that just applies target lock, you know, is not a whole lot going on there. So there we go, Sergeant's already gone. So is Clone Trooper. We're just now pretty much tearing this team apart. Just call basic Silencer. Boom, there we go. Fleet missions in the bag, no issues whatsoever. So this was the easy part probably of phase 4. So now let's continue with the combat missions up next. Just go through them and hoping for some good RNG here. So here in the middle, first mission, let's actually try going here at the bottom first. And what I'll do here, actually, I will be running troopers. I've already showed troopers before, and in first 3 phases they totally breeze through. In a matter of couple of minutes you'll be done with combat missions. But however, in phase 4 things can get tricky, especially, you know, in the last wave. Depending on who you get, things can get very dicey very quickly, because troopers are about taking constant turns and enemy never takes a turn. However, for example, if you get Grandmaster Yoda there in the last wave, his leadership will grant whenever its ally resists debuffs, then they will be gaining bonus turn meters. So what happens is, some of your guys are applying debuffs on basic attacks, and then this can feed them bonus turn meter to the enemies, and then they might get a jump turn between your turns, and then you lose all the huge stacks of Emperor's trap buffs that you build up for the first 3 waves. So by no means, from my testing, at least with my troopers that I have, is this 100% win here. in phase 4, but at least first 3 waves, you know, should be very easy to complete. As you can see, we get our buffs going, first kill, and now the Terminator train is here in effect. Get death mark, just continue the Terminator train, and from here on out you can pretty much use basics only when you need to. There we go, got him out, going after Clone Trooper now. Alright, boom boom boom, Clone Trooper next. Yep, he's a bit beefier, but anyway, let's just speed this up until wave 4, because you know, once you get to Terminator train going in wave 1, you know, getting through wave 2 and 3 is not really a challenge. So let's just now hop into wave 4. So we got Padme here. Now luckily on this side, on the enemy, I don't think anybody will be gaining any bonus Terminator. However, obviously because of Padme's unique, they will keep getting bonus protection up there whenever troopers assist, and we are all the time assisting with troopers. So just a matter here of time until we get enough here stacks of Emperor's Trap that we can actually take somebody out here. There we go. As you can see, we're barely making any progress there on Padme. Keep getting uniques, boom boom. Also medic there, as you can see, the protection up here, you can really get in the way. So by no means, at least with my troopers, this is a cakewalk. Okay, boom, okay, trying to get enough stacks of Emperor's buff and stacks of Emperor's Trap here going so we can actually take somebody out, but until then, you know, let's just hope that we can keep our Terminator train going before they get to take a turn. Let's see if we can put a nice big hit on medic. Nope, there we go. Alright, still stuck behind the bonus protection up here, trying to break through it. And as well, when they do have bonus protection up, you cannot critically hit them as well. So definitely getting Padme here is not ideal, but I still prefer you to getting Grandmaster Yoda lead, because at least there they don't, at least here they don't get any bonus Terminator gain. So there we go, we managed to break through there on Clone Trooper medic there for his protection. So let's see if we can get him out. Alright, so we can keep going with our Terminator train. So you can see enemies, they're hardly gaining any Terminator, so hopefully we can get him out quickly. Almost got him. There we go. So after you get your first kill here against Padme, then all you need to do is apply death mark on Padme, and then that should help you to get Padme out here. And once Padme is out, they won't be gaining any more this bonus protection up, and you should be able to then quickly burn through them finally when Padme is gone. And there we go. So there's a challenge here. When you do get Padme, get that first kill so you can get your death mark online. From here on out, straightforward. As mentioned before, if I would get here Grandmaster Yoda leadership, I wasn't always able to beat him. Something to bear in mind. The troopers are by no means 100% win, but in this case, I got lucky with RNG and I got Padme, not Grandmaster Yoda. Alright, so first full clear battle here done. Let's go up to the next. Now Night Sisters here in the middle zone, they too can get you 4 waves done. So let me show you why Night Sisters. Now why I won't use Night Sisters in the middle, because I think in the bottom zone there are some clone troopers that have ability that prevents revives, I think. So definitely if you do use Night Sisters, it's definitely recommended to use them here in the middle zones, because they do not have here clones that can prevent revives, because as we know with Night Sisters, it's all about reviving your sisters, bringing them back to life, and this then is juicing up Daka's health, and she becomes pretty much invincible, especially at high relics, high health Daka such as mine. And then Asajj is ramping up her damage as well, through all the deaths and revives and things like that. So anyway, as always, Night Sister battles, they take a while because their damage is quite low. And a good thing about here is that Asajj, she's a separatist, so she will be able to use all the platoon abilities there. So when you do need to do that platoon AoE that applies debuffs as well as tenacity down, so you can then land stuns, you can land as well plague on everybody. Just go ahead and use it when you need to. That's why Night Sisters are good here as well. So same as the other things, I'll probably speed up this battle because Night Sisters takes a while. Like troopers are quite quick relatively probably the quickest team to burn through any sort of phase, any sort of mission here. But Night Sisters, they take a while. But anyway, just making progress here. Obviously, you need to first get rid of the big damage dealers, especially the ones that do AoEs, because as we know, Night Sisters, you know, are prone to dying if there are too many AoEs on the enemy side. But single target hits are not problem for Night Sisters, because Daka can just keep bringing them back. So anyway, let's speed through this waves now, because once you get going here, I mean, getting through all the way to wave 4, not a challenge at all. Same as with troopers. Just burning through these guys very quickly. Speeding up. There we go. We're into wave 3. Getting tenacity down on everybody with Asajj when you use the platoon airstrike there. So that's very helpful with controlling the enemies, landing stuns, landing plague, and then you just take them out. Okay, so we are now into wave 4 here. We've got Padawan Anakin to deal with. We've got General Kenobi there. I think we've got Rex, we've got ARC Trooper. Now ARC Trooper is your enemy number 1 here because he can daze your sisters. However, you know, with Kenobi constantly taunting, it may be a challenge to get to him to land a stun. And then Anakin's got a big AoE as well. So, you know, it'll take a little bit of wiggling here, but as long as you can survive, you know, first Anakin's AoE, you should be good to go, because at that point Daka's health will be so high that she'll be able to stay alive and keep reviving everybody, as long as, you know, she doesn't get daze on her from ARC Trooper. So you go, Daka there, able to survive that AoE, no problem. So let's heal up. And we'll see what happens when their ARC Trooper, he's in stealth. We are still stuck behind Kenobi, unfortunately. So maybe there won't be a way to avoid the daze this time. Oh, stay away from my Daka, Anakin. Stay away. There we go. Here goes more plague. Excellent. So Sash comes in with a heal. Keep attacking their Anakin. Let's bring Talzin back. See if we can finally get Kenobi out of here. Oh, almost got him. Okay, yeah. And they heal him right back up, because they've got 2 medics, so they can heal, they can revive. So this battle might drag on for a while now. But still, get Kenobi down. Come on. Oh, here comes another heal. Okay. Alright, there we go. We got Kenobi out of the way. So next target here is obviously Anakin. There goes Talzin. Let's bring her back. And here comes the AoE daze. Unfortunately, they didn't land daze on us. Let's throw up an AoE on our own. They brought Kenobi back, so they've got the revives on their own as well, thanks to medics. Alright, there you go. Plague finishing off their Anakin for us. There goes ARC Trooper. So there you go. Pretty clean win actually. Quite straightforward this time, but again, it depends who you get here on the enemies in the last wave. It might be more difficult or not. So troopers and Night Sisters, they're in the middle zone, clearing both missions there. 4 out of 4 waves. Now let's switch over back to the bottom, again trying out here Sith Eternal now that I do have ultimate on him, with some, you know, leftover Sith there and Vader. Then bringing in a tank is always good. I'm just trying to see, can we use these, you know, characters that we had to relic up to unlock Sith Eternal in the first place? Can they actually get it done here in phase 4? Complete all the 4 missions? Because what's the point to use Sith Eternal and then you have to add powerful Sith, like, you know, Sith Empire or maybe Sith Triumvirate? Because those guys themselves as a team can as well clear 4 waves here in phase 4. So if you can have multiple Sith teams, you know, that you can break them up, give you more options to full clear rather than trying to create one super Sith team. As well as then you can, you know, feel free to add all your Sith Empire to platoons if you do have Sith Eternal Emperor. So the people that do not have Sith Eternal Emperor, then they can use their Darth Remnants to clear 3 or 4 waves. Then you can just do it like this, use Sith Eternal and clear then 4 waves here with some garbage characters. Well, apart from Vader, but Vader himself, obviously here at in phase 4, tenacity is quite high, so Vader won't have as much impact as he did in the lower waves, where you're actually able to land dots quite consistently. Now here, it's good to have a taunt there with Royal Guard. His basic can stun, but these guys, they have so high tenacity. I was never ever able to land any stuns. Okay, we got some dots on the board here, so that's pretty good. So let Vader do his thing, go around, try to get Arc Trooper out, any sort of AoEs, try to get him out. There we go. And now here with Sith Eternal, obviously he's got his middle special ability that recovers protection on your allies, and that's why Sith Eternal here, you know, he's pretty good because he can keep healing up your guys. So you definitely don't want to use his ultimate straight away when it's ready. You definitely want to keep it all the way to the end when it's absolutely crucial to use it, because here it's much more better actually to keep healing everybody's protection up, because otherwise they will just die off, and once Sith Eternal goes into his ultimate form, he can't recover protection through this ability anymore. So just something to bear in mind. So let me just speed this through. Also, these Sith Eternal battles, they take very long, especially with these garbage characters, because nobody really has damage. So if you do want to speed this up, you could probably throw in somebody like Nihilus and Traya, so then Nihilus can start annihilating enemies. That'll speed up a little bit the run. But as mentioned before, it's good to keep Sith Triumvirate as a separate team if you need to take somebody to take another mission, do 3-4 waves there. So it really depends what you got in roster. So as you can see here, I do have ultimate ready for Sith Eternal, but I'm just not using it. I rather keep healing my guys up here whenever I can to keep them alive as long as I can, because you will need them in the last wave when we get to it. You will see it will by no means be a cakewalk, by no means a quick and easy win here with these garbage characters. Maybe if we would have Sith Triumvirate here, this would be easier. But I just wanted to see, can I do it without it? Now, luckily, Mace Windu here, he's not elite, so he does not have his, you know, Shatter Point ability with massive damage and things like that. So we got there Clone Commander, we got 5s, we got Arc Trooper, we got Sharpshooter. So I'll just link these guys up now. We got Medic as well for the heals. There we go. So this will take a while, unfortunately. So just bear with me here. These guys are taking a bunch of turns. Let's do an AoE here. There we go. Resisting everything here. So there goes my summoned droid. Alright, let's see. Vader can stick any debuffs on these guys with his Force Crush. Nothing. We got basics. Okay, at least Mace there is a Jedi, so he's not able to resist the ability block. Oh, I was able to land 1 dot there on Sharpshooter. Oh, Vader, is that all what you've got? As you can see, things go bad really quickly here. So I may need to pop my ultimate in a moment here. So let's just go ahead and do it, because, you know, these guys won't be able to do much. Hoping here I can survive long enough to use it though, because these clones, as you can see, they keep going and going and going. Now when we do get to use the ultimate power here, we will instantly defeat whoever's linked. So let's see what we've got here. Come on, Pulps, let's go. Unleash your ultimate power. Not that impressive. I mean, my Pulp is Relic 6, so he's by no means maxed out, but still. He didn't do a whole lot of damage, to be honest. So probably let's link up the next 2 targets here. So let's link up Mace. Let's link up Sharpshooter, because Sharpshooter as well can do some big hits on you. Because linked enemies, they won't be able to critically hit you. So that's why you really want to do that. Now I will stay away from the linked enemies, because we'll anyway, once we get to another ultimate power, we will be able to just instantly defeat them anyway. So just stay away from them. Just keep going after the enemies that are not linked. Okay. Medic wasting his revive ability. So I think in next turn here we should be able to unleash the ultimate power again, and I think that should be the end of everybody here. There we go. Yes. So you can see, Sith Eternal here can clear 4 waves, but again, by no means a cakewalk. By no means, with these garbage characters next to him, 100% win. So probably if you do want to make this more reliable, chuck, you know, Sith Triumvirate with him. Maybe that will be a good way to go. So then Nihilus can also insta defeat somebody as well when you get into wave 4. Just make sure you save his Annihilate for the beginning of the wave, and I think that should be more reliable here. Now here, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren got handled easily by clones a year ago when I didn't have his ultimate yet. So hopefully now that I do have his ultimate, it should be enough. But again, warning you, it's by no means a guaranteed win from my experience. First, first 3 waves, it's a breeze basically. Kylo just AoEing everybody is not an issue at all. Then it's just a case of what happens in wave 4. There we go. Let's summon as well our rocket droid there, so he can help us out a bit, take some heat off from our guys. Let's just speed this through. As you mentioned before, first 3 waves are pretty straightforward here. Once Kylo gets into his ultimate, you can just keep using his special abilities over and over again, and by the time he gets out from his ultimate, that's not a problem also, just because you got so many attacks. The droid you summon is doing AoEs, which will fuel your ultimate meter as well. So first 3 waves, not an issue at all. Everybody's actually still alive here from my end. Okay, so we got 5s, we've got Cody there, we've got Echo, we got Barris, Medic as well. So this team is quite durable there. Okay, we'll see Barris with a heal. She might be our primary target. You know what? Ultimate meter is full, so let's just go ahead and pop it. No need here to wait. Sith Trooper is not happy about losing Kylo unmasked, so he unloaded a big AoE on the enemy. Alright, here comes another AoE. Boom! Hardly doing any damage really. Okay, just keep spamming AoEs here. There goes Sith Trooper. And before you know it, you will be just down to Kylo. So by no means this is a guaranteed win every single time. But as long as you play it right here, you should be able to win most of the times here. There we go. So, let's stun Cody because his messages could be deadly. Alright, okay. As you can see, thanks to all the AoEs from Kylo and the droid as well, by the time you finish off your ultimate, it will be full again. So you can, as long as you can survive between getting out of the ultimate and getting into the ultimate, you should be good to go here really. Now luckily our droid there is taunting, so Kylo can keep doing his thing. There we go, there goes Barris, so we took their healing out. So now again, just keep using AoEs to start building up your ultimate ability again. Okay, so we almost lost our droid here. Let's actually here just keep doing AoE, trying to increase our mastery to a point where we'll just be AoEing everybody to death. Okay, so we lost the droid there. So as soon as you lose him, you want to bring him straight back, because if these clones just have Kylo, they will go all out on him, and you could be in trouble. And luckily here now they redirect all the fire into him, so Kylo can keep here doing AoEs, increasing his mastery, and eventually we will be strong enough to burn through 5s. Because as you can see, it looks like Cody Zeta leadership is in effect here, because clones recovering protection whenever they use a basic ability. And 5s being so tanky here, boy, you will need a lot of mastery stacking here to get him out. But luckily we got Echo down there, almost out, so maybe another AoE, and as well as Clone Troopers low as well, so that should finish off Clone Trooper. Oh, Echo's still hanging in there, okay. Keep spamming AoEs here. We're going to lose our droid yet again. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is now where the fun begins. I think one more AoE and that should be the end of Echo. There we go. Now Cody and 5s themselves here, they do not have really enough firepower to take you out really. So once you just get down to these two, shouldn't be an issue. So here you can just go ahead again, pop the ultimate, and boom, there we go. Okay, so up next we have the mission, the special mission at the bottom, where you do have to use Wat SM. Now there are obviously various teams here you can use. Now that I do have my Geos finally relicked up, this is the first time that I'm hoping I will be able to complete these. So please, when you watch this playthrough of this mission, don't take this by no means as a guide how to do this mission, because I'm pretty much doing this for the first time with my Geos. But let me first show you my Geos here. This is the first time I have them all relicked up, so hopefully this will be enough. I put some, you know, good mods on them, mod them for survivability, health. Then Geo Soldier there, I have him modded for critical chance, because every time he crits, he gains bonus turn meter. Spy, I just put my best critical damage set on him, so he can hopefully put some big hits on us. And then obviously Wat there, just modded for speed really. So this is the team. Again, do not take this as a guide here. As mentioned before, I'm doing this for the first time, just trying out what I can do with my relic Geos. So I'm going to put their weapon tech over on Geo Spy now, and then med pack over on Geo Brood, because I do want to keep him alive. So whenever you put the med pack over on Separatist allies, on top of recovering health and protection, they also start stacking bonus protection, so just like extra survivability on top of their current protection there. So these guys putting some big hits in us. All right, but luckily here, I think, you know, I mean, with my Gear 12 Geos, I didn't have issues getting through first 2 waves. It's usually I got stuck in the 3rd wave. So hoping that this time with Relic I should be able to make it through. Okay, there we go. Keep going. Yep. Anyway, let me speed this up now, because, you know, I do not want to waste your time any further, because Geos, as mentioned before, with these Relic Geos, getting through first 3 waves shouldn't be an issue. So I'll just you know, slow down again once I get into the wave 4. Alright, so there you go, wave 1 done. Then here in wave 2 again, it wasn't much of a challenge. Just take a cam out, get rid of Clone Sergeant, and the rest, you know, it's pretty straightforward here. Spy's putting some big hits with weapon tech there when you do have him relicked, so he should be able to one-shot. Now here in 3rd wave I got Mace. Again, it wasn't much of a challenge, as you can see, just burning through these guys, no issues whatsoever. All the tech is keeping us alive, and all the assist and everything. Alright, just whizzing through this, because, you know, who's got time to watch Geos here going for 15 minutes? All these small wet noodle attacks. Anyway, now we are here in 4th wave, and this is where things get dicey. At some point I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to fail here. We got Bones here that obviously keeps getting some bonus turn meter. He's got an AoE. Then both Clone Sergeants then we got a Clone Sergeant there with an AoE. We got Echo with an AoE as well. Cody's got an AoE. He can call everybody to assist. We got Revives. We got Commander there that can ability block, fit turn meter to everybody. So there you go. I just there took out Pawns. So we got rid of his bonus turn meter that he keeps gaining. Now next, try and go here after a Clone Sergeant, because his AoEs can be devastating, and he's got one coming up. Alright, there we go. He didn't use it though, that was interesting. Okay, I'll take that. So there you go. They're doing the Cody's assists. Woof! Putting a big hits on us. See if we can get Echo out. Wasn't enough. Now I know I cannot one-shot Echo there with my Spy, so probably should have gone for Trooper next. Now Trooper, and at this point I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to lose there. I just started taunting with Sunfag, and oh my boy, he was tanking here for me like crazy. Sunfag, thank god for him. Alright, so I was able now to get my Geo Brood back as well. So hopefully between Sunfag and Geo Brood we can keep going, but it definitely didn't look good at this point. So I'm pretty sure I made some misplay there, because like I said, doing this for the first time here, it's the first time I made it to wave 4 with my Geos. So definitely looking back, probably I would do something differently. But anyway, trying to get Sergeant out before there goes another AoE. My Spy barely hanging in there. And these clones keep going, keep taking turns and attacks and assists. Finally got Clone Sergeant out of it. Okay. So as long as I can get Echo out as well, then there will be no more AoEs for them. Okay, so going after Echo now as much as I can. There we go. We get to bring our Brood back again, heal up again. Now, unfortunately, without Geo Soldier, we cannot land Tenacity down on them, so landing any sort of debuffs is nearly impossible. A big hit from Spy, nearly took out Echo there actually, but now because of Cody's Zeta leadership in effect there, he keeps regaining protection. So I'm just, come on. Oh, and then he got saved by a big heal from Medic. And here as well, I was like, oh, is this gonna work? It wasn't big hit enough from Spy there. So as you can see, it's now a struggle here to get it done. I'm like, oh no, I'm losing again. Okay, get a taunt up with Soundfact. That seemed to work. So let's do that again. There we go. Barely hanging in there. My guys are very low on health again. All the health protection equalization where they're putting hits into Geobrute is really damaging my other guys. There we go. We almost lost Geobrute yet again. And I just can't get Echo out. They just keep healing up. Oh, hang in there, Sunfact. Hang in there, buddy. There we go. I'm like, just get Echo out. I was finally able to get Echo out, but can I stay alive now long enough? Now here, because I was so close to dying, I just decided to summon the the droid just in case. So that's why we'll have now a droid there instead of Geobrute. But you know, at the end of the day, it still did the trick. There's just an extra target the enemies will hit. So there we go, trying to get Medic out so we stop healing. I mean, there'll still be protection recovery from Cody, but at least, you know, Medic won't be able to heal anybody up. And here I'm speeding up the footage again because this is going on for like 5 more minutes here, trying to burn through these elite 2 last clones left. So, you know, as you can see, it was very, very dicey. I nearly lost there. But again, I was doing this for the first time in wave 4, so do you know what? I think I did alright. I managed to win here because, you know, I was relying on this mission that I will be able to full clear phase 4 or not. And I was able to pull it off this close. I'll definitely be creating a guide at some point for this mission, but I just want to take a few more months because this event is just once a month that I can do more testing to really get down the strategy in terms of how to use tech and things like that. So definitely look out for the guide. But for now, there's only one more mission standing between us and the first time full clear in phase 4, which is the Dooku mission. I've done guide for this Dooku mission, so I'm pretty familiar with it, how it works. Obviously, there is only trick if I do get clones in wave 1. Those, at least for me, still are a bit trickier. It's just because I get Shakti more times than clones, so I didn't have a whole lot of practice versus clones yet. So let's see who we're going to get. Yes, got Shakti. Okay, so this should be easier than clones, that's for sure. Now, first with Dooku, let's get our friends there. Let's summon him, so they will start attacking him. And then, yep, just keep spamming here attacks. Going after 5s first because he's gaining so much bonus turn meter anyways. So might as well take him out. Keep dispelling here. The retribution, roll up with Jordeka. Just smash an AoE. No, just try to get a stun actually there. I was worried to use the AoE because of all the counterattacks there still actually. So maybe better try for the stun. It didn't work. They cleansed off Tenacity down. And there we go. Dooku's leadership kicking in. We got Tenacity down again on 5. So now we should be able to you know, we stopped his healing and everything, and then we can stun him finally. And one more AoE, and there he goes. So with 5s out of it, alright, so let's heading into the wave 2 now. With everybody alive, in good health and protection, this should be straightforward now. Here, obviously, we have to survive Anakin's AoE, but from there on out, we'll be good. Anyway, let's get Tenacity down on everybody. There you go. Dooku there, barely surviving. We got buff immunity over on Kenobi, so he won't be taunting, which is pretty good. Let's roll up here. Probably here, just keep healing Dooku. Keep healing Dooku up. We really need him to stay alive. all other droids kind of they can take care of themselves. Wasn't able to land a stun unfortunately on Anakin. Alright, I might actually lose B2 there. We'll see. But even if I do, you know, I think we should still be in good place here. We almost got Anakin now. There he goes. Who needs healing? There we go. Boom. This now finally completed the full clear for me for the first time ever phase 4 in dark side territory battles, all thanks to, you know, some extra relics such as Night Sisters, Troopers and Geos, and the addition of Sith Eternal as well to my roster definitely helped here, that I was able to pull off a full clear. But by no means, as you've seen, this is a sure win that I'm able to full clear every time. This is the first time I was actually able to do it, so I'm happy to share with you all the missions here cleared. But boy, it's been exhausting. Some of these missions, when you do play them in real time, they really drag on. Like I think Sith Eternal 1 took more than 10 minutes, Geos as well. So it's definitely good, you know, to a little bit take breaks in between to collect your mind. Otherwise you can just get crazy from all these elite clones you're facing in wave 4. But anyway guys, thank you for watching all the phases here that I've done. Definitely look out for similar videos coming for the light side GOTB next time. I don't expect full clears in light side GOTB, but at least I'll play through all the missions in a similar type of video, just seeing how much waves I can actually complete in each of the phases, as well as more guides here in phase 4 coming up next time as well. I have some fleet videos more planned to release and some other bits and bobs, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss them. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.